up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're not going to be working on the Civic, we're not going to be working on the Subaru, we're actually going to be working on the truck that you guys see in the background of all the videos. I've got like one other video of it where I was replacing the, I think, upper control arm a while back, but I've got a 2009 Chevy Silverado 1500, and today we are installing something that I have wanted on this truck since the day I got it, and that is a new head unit. And if you guys have watched the channel before, you know exactly what head unit we're going to be putting in the truck, and that is going to be Idoing. These head units are sweet. I mean, they're huge. It's like a big screen, Apple CarPlay. You can get internet on it. Idoing, you can get backup cameras. You can get like a diagnostics thing, which I actually have one, and we're gonna try to get working on this thing. But before we get the truck in here, let's go ahead and unbox this real quick. All right, so we've got our bezel here for the truck. We've got all of our wiring. So here is a double USB port, some trim removal tools. This is, I believe, for I think this is for a backup camera, I think. We've got a single USB. This here is it holds a SIM card. So basically you can buy like an internet plan for this, and your card would go in here. We're not gonna be using that. This is if you have like an aftermarket amp for like a sub and whatnot. This is for a microphone, so you can talk on your phone. This is a 4G antenna if you're using your for your internet, I believe. You've got a microphone. And this is an antenna for like navigation. One more thing, this here I believe might be this is for your antenna. This is probably just the main harness that we need to get the radio to work, plug and play. And this here, I guess this is part of the antenna as well. Yeah, it says audio antenna right on it. So I don't know, we're not gonna need all this stuff. I'm not sure if we're gonna need this, but we'll find out. Now let's get the actual radio out. And there it is. That thing is going to be absolutely insane in the car. It's gonna be awesome. All right guys, so now that we've got all that unboxed, we need to go ahead and pull the truck in and get this out of here. And that's kind of gonna suck because we have about a foot of snow outside. And this thing, not made for the snow, but we'll be all right. Okay guys, so we are ready to start. First thing we need to do is pop this bezel out here, which is just held in by clips. You can either use some trim tools or probably just pull it out with your fingers. Clips that have been in here forever. Now you've got your head unit with some maybe 8mm screws all the way around. So let's get a socket. I don't know why I was thinking metric. I'm used to working on these Japanese cars, not these American trucks. So it's I think a 9/16. So there she is. Let's get our new one. Actually, I got the new bezel here. I just want to make sure that everything lines up right. Looks like it. There we go. All right, that fits in there good. All right guys, let's go ahead and plug in what we're gonna be using. So we're gonna use the mic. I'm gonna use this antenna here. Mic. I don't know about the actual this antenna, how that plugs in yet. I don't need the aftermarket amp stuff. I don't need the backup camera thing yet, but I do want to install one eventually, so I'm going to keep that, but I'm not going to install it. I'm not going to install this SIM card reader thing. I'll install the... So the first thing I want to do is figure out where I'm going to run my mic and my antenna. So we got to figure out where we're going to go. I want to put the antenna up in this corner. Just popped out my side panel over here. Now, for the microphone, wouldn't mind running this in the face right here somewhere. I just took the little clip part off of the microphone. And I think I'm gonna use some double-sided tape. So I'm gonna drill a hole in the back of this little cubby hole, run the cord through there, and I'm gonna stick the microphone right there. So let's do that. There we go. All right, there we go. I think that's pretty cool. That actually worked out very nicely. I know it's a lot of shadows, but there you go. And it's just coming through the back right there. All right, back to the truck. Before we get any further, I just want to test the radio to make sure that everything works before we go through and do this entire install. So let's just plug in the power real quick. All right, guys, it's been about 5 days since that last clip. The guys at Idoing had to send me a new wire harness. So the other one was, let's see, do I have it? I don't have it in here. But the other one was just a lot more simple than this. Now, this one has this little red box and a bunch of other connectors. Basically, I think the reason that my other one didn't work is because I needed CAN bus, which is like a communication thing. So if you plug all your stuff in and it doesn't really work, then you probably need the CAN bus. Now, with this, you plug it right into the back of your radio. And then there's 2 of these 3 wires that you use. Now, I don't know anything about CAN bus. I just saw like a YouTube video about it. I don't really understand what any of that is. So sorry, I can't explain this to you. Just know if you plug it in and it don't work, you probably need a different wire harness. So I'm just using 2 plugs here, a black and a gray one. And the black one is the power, and you can see that the prongs match your prongs. And then the gray one is for your purple plug. So let's go ahead and get everything plugged in here. Side note, you guys saw me put the antenna up on my dash. I think I am going to take that out and stick it up on the bottom of my dash. I see a lot of people do that, and supposedly it works just fine. So that is what I'm gonna do. There's also a little chime thing that you can plug in, and I'm also gonna stick that up there. Right now I'm just running my USB cables into the glove box up here. I'm not drilling or cutting any holes. I'm just running it right through the little open space. Alright, so remember, if you're running your 4G or your subs or backup camera or any of that, you're going to want to make sure that you plug all that in to the back. We're not running it, so we're not going to plug any of it in back there. We're going to go ahead and install this bezel outside of it before we put our head unit in. All right, I lost one of my little white clips to press this head unit in, so I'm gonna go look for that real quick. All right, there's quite a bit of stuff we gotta shove up in this hole. So just try to be patient, guys, and work it all up in there. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these objects in there, the antenna and the chime thing. Don't forget your USBs. And your antenna. Guys, I'm gonna tape my antenna plug in there because it is just not really wanting to stay in. And actually, let's go ahead and test it again, just to make sure.
E, then RB start. RBs.
Antenna is good, so I want to tape my antenna on. I actually just thought of something. I guess this should probably go on now, because I don't think we can get that on with the radio even in there. So let's unplug all this stuff again. We forgot something. Microphone. I'm kind of trying to hurry right now because you guys are on 8%. And we're so close to being done with the final install. So, if it looks like I'm rushing, I am. All right, guys. All right, that's it. As long as it turns on.
Girl, it's been too long.
All right, guys, we got it installed. That felt like it took forever for me because I was waiting on that. I was waiting on that next harness, wiring harness. But for you guys, it was short, sweet, and simple. All plug and play. I mean, it's easy. You just take the old one out, plug the new one in, and you're good to go. I've got one of those, like I said, in my Subaru, in my Civic, and now my truck. I absolutely love them. If you guys want to check them out, link is in the description below for their website. They have tons of different cars, and all the head units look like that. I mean, they're all that same size for the most part. So anyway, like I said, if you guys plug yours in and it don't work or it's acting funny, reach out to Idoing. They probably didn't know that your car had some kind of spec, so you're gonna need a different adapter. Once I got that, plugged it all in, everything worked great. If your chime works through the head unit, you saw we got us a little chime thing for it. And yeah, it works fantastic. I'm super excited about it. I've wanted a head unit in my truck for a while now, and we finally got it. So anyway, check out my other videos. Check out my other Idoing videos if you guys are interested. You can just see all the different types and varieties of installs that there are. My Civic, with it being a 97 and the way the dash was set up, that took some work. That was not just plug and play. Well, the radio was plug and play, but the dash I kind of had to modify, but it came out great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a comment down below if you need any help with this head unit or need anything else. And thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.